Chapter 7. The Edge of Betrayal. Zeke stood frozen, the weight of Lila's revelation pressing down on him like a suffocating blanket. Rourke, a man he had been fighting against for years, a supposed champion of the rebellion, was secretly working with Concord. Everything he thought he knew was unraveling. The battlefield in his mind shifted yet again, and now the blurred lines between friend and enemy had all but disappeared. "You're sure about this?" Zeke's voice was hoarse, as if speaking the words made them more real. Lila nodded, her expression raw with fear and frustration. "I heard him, Zeke. Rourke's been in contact with Concord for months. He's been playing both sides, pretending to be our ally while feeding them intel. This entire rebellion, it's a sham. We've all been pawns." Zeke's mind raced, trying to piece everything together. If Rourke was a double agent, then the rebellion wasn't just doomed, it had never stood a chance from the start. But the question that lingered, sharp and painful, was why? Why would Concord make a deal with someone like Rourke, a man who outwardly defied everything they stood for? "Why would Concord even work with him?" Zeke asked, narrowing his eyes. "What does Rourke get out of betraying everyone like this?" Lila's face hardened. "Power. Concord doesn't care about the people. They care about control. They'll give him Skyhold if it means maintaining order. And Rourke, he'll sacrifice anyone to get what he wants." The realization hit Zeke like a ton of bricks. Rourke wasn't interested in liberating Skyhold. He wasn't a rebel leader. He was a self-serving tyrant in the making. And now Zeke was caught in the crossfire of two ruthless players, Rourke and Concord, both willing to sacrifice anyone to achieve their goals. But Zeke wasn't sure who he was anymore either. "We have to stop him," Zeke said finally, the words coming out as a command. He didn't know how yet, but he couldn't let Rourke destroy the city or let Concord tighten their grip. "We can't let Rourke or Concord win." Lila met his gaze, and for the first time in a long while, Zeke saw hope flicker in her eyes. "We can expose him. If we get proof, we can turn the people against him. Maybe we can even make Concord soldiers see the truth." But Zeke knew it wasn't going to be that simple. Concord wasn't just a regime, it was a machine, and Rourke wasn't some rebel leader who could be easily unseated. They were dealing with forces that could crush them both without a second thought. Exposing Rourke was the only move they had, but it was risky. If they failed, they'd be executed as traitors. Zeke looked at Lila, then at the city beyond. "I'll handle Rourke," he said firmly. "You need to get this information to someone who can use it. The rebels, anyone still loyal to the cause." Lila hesitated, fear flashing in her eyes. "You're going after Rourke alone?" Zeke nodded. "I've already been ordered to take him out, but now I know what he really is. He's not just a traitor to Concord, he's a traitor to this city." Lila grabbed his arm, her voice trembling. "Zeke, if you go after him, he'll know you're onto him. And Dellen won't hesitate to execute you if you fail." Zeke's jaw tightened. He had already made his decision. "I've made worse enemies,"